Hello and welcome to Chapter 2 of our tax course, where we get to learn about gross income and exclusions that deals with taxes of 2020. So, fun stuff. We get to actually learn what we create as gross income, and then what we can actually say is not part of it. Simple enough in the title. So why not go through the learning objectives? So, by the end of this chapter, you should be able to 1. Apply the definition of gross income. 2. Describe salaries and wages, income reporting, and inclusion in gross income. Explain the general tax treatment of health insurance. Yeah, we're going to talk about health insurance still. A little bit of HSA, 4. Determine when meals and lodging may be excluded from taxable income. It's a big one. Identify the common employee fringe benefits, income exclusions. Determine when prizes and awards are included in income. Calculate the taxable and non-taxable portions of annuity payments. Describe the tax treatment of life insurance proceeds, and then identify the tax treatment of interest and dividend income. And we're not done. We got 18 of these. So, describe the tax treatment of municipal bonds interest, identify the general rules of tax treatment for gifts and inheritance. Then describe the elements of scholarship income that are excluded from tax. Describe the tax treatment of alimony and child support. Now that one is a little bit interesting since this goes with a little bit of tax returns that are still ineffective, but alimony is pretty much gone. But we'll get to that. Anyway, we're going to explain the tax implications of using educational savings vehicles. Describe the tax treatment of unemployment compensation. Apply the rules governing inclusion of Social Security benefits in gross income. And then distinguish between the different rules for married taxpayers residing in community property states, like Texas, when filing separate returns. And then, finally, after all of that, we're going to discuss and describe the exclusion and exclusion of cancellation of debt income. That's a big one. That's a 1099-C going on there. Okay, y'all ready to dive into all this? It's like everybody's like going, no, not really. But we're going to anyway. So start off with our first learning objective. The nature of gross income. Oh, cracky. The gross income. Oh, that was totally terrible accent. Anyways. So, basic definition. Tax code does say this. Gross income as all income from whatever source derived. This basically means all sources of income are included unless specifically excluded by the IRS code, by the tax code. Non-cash items are included at fair market value, which again we're going to discuss on that. And barter transactions are includable. Okay, and if you don't know what bartering is, that's again basically trading items. Like instead of cash, you go for one cow, I'm going to take I'll give you like 3 chickens, something like that. Where then we have to figure out the value of the cow and the value of the chickens, and it becomes a whole mess. Not very fan of bartering, but it does happen. I've had it done before when I did taxes. Alright, so we're going to get a partial list of inclusions and exclusions. Then we're going to go through all of those. Yeah, so next, 2020 inclusions in gross income. Again, partial list. There's so many other items that could be thrown in. Basically, again, if it's not part of the exclusions, and we made money off of it, we're probably going to put in income. So we have, going down the list, annuities, awards, back pay, bonuses, business income, clergy fees, if you're a clergy member, religious member, commissions, death benefits, debts forgiven, dividends, employee bonuses, employee stock options, so some fringe benefits right there, estate and trust income, that one's a little bit tougher, farm income, there's our Schedule F, so you already saw our Schedule B with dividends, and interest is somewhere there, and then we also have our Schedule C in business income, and Schedule E depending on if it's partnerships, but anyway, fees, gains from illegal activities. I like how they put that one in there, and that is true. Even though it's illegal, you still get taxed on it. That's what caught Al Capone. Even though he was doing illegal activities like crazy, he never filed his taxes, and that's what got him arrested. He should have reported those gains. We have gambling winnings for our good friends that go to the casinos in Louisiana. We got hobby income. We have incentive awards. We have, of course, there's Schedule B with interest income. We have jury duty. Yes, you have to record jury duty fees. Notary fees. If you're a notary, that's an interesting one. Pensions, prizes, punitive damages. Yeah. Rents. So, rental income, Schedule E there also. Retirement pay. Rewards. Royalties, another Schedule E item. Severance pay. Tips and gratuities. And then finally, the big one of all, wages. Man, that's a big list there. A lot of fun stuff. Yes, again, if it's income to you, odds on it's probably going to be included, unless, again, it is specifically excluded by the IRS code. So where are some of these exclusions? Alright, so this is the exclusions. Again, partial list. If you ever have in doubt, then we would have, you can always look things up. Because, again, I'm not going to give everything here. So, we have accident insurance proceeds. Okay, that's excluded. Alimony, excluded after 2018. This is why we still are talking about alimony, because it is still able to file the tax returns. You have about 3 years to file a tax return to get a refund. It is still in that time frame. Most likely we're going to be talking about alimony until about 2022. Alright. Annuities to a limited extent. Bequests. Casualty insurance proceeds. We get to talk about that later in chapters. Child support payments. Child support's never been part of your gross income. Because, again, that's something we're going to talk about. Disability benefits generally is excluded. There is some exceptions to that. Gifts. Health insurance proceeds. Inheritance. Life insurance proceeds. Notice again, pretty much any insurance proceeds is getting excluded. Military allowances. Minister's dwelling rental value allowance. Municipal bond interest. Olympic medals and cash awards to athletes. That one's a relatively new one. I know that one. Relocation payments. scholarships for tuition and books. That's a key there. We're going to talk about that later. Social Security benefits within limits. Like if that's your only income is Social Security, no job, no nothing, then yeah, that's excluded completely. But there is some limits if you do end up working. Veterans benefits, welfare payments, and then lastly but not least, workers' compensation. Now, one thing that they did not add into the income that I know that's affecting, unemployment. Unemployment income is considered part of gross income. Okay? Surprised you didn't put unemployment here. Alright, so that's it really for learning objective number 1. So again, you know how the drill is. If you got any questions, please let me know. And we're going to start diving in even deeper into some of these items. Remember, we got a grand total of 18 items and about 74 slides. So I will see y'all next time.